Hey YouTube, this is Jaden coming at you with another video, and in this video, I've been thinking, as far as, if there were things that I could change about Vanguard, what would it be, or things that I don't like, or things that I quote-unquote hate. But before, I mean, this video is going to be called the 5 Things I Hate About Cardfight Vanguard, but let me say from the very beginning, Vanguard is by far the best card game I've ever been a part of. I've played Pokemon, I've played Yu-Gi-Oh!, and now I'm playing Vanguard and Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't play Pokemon anymore. But I'm actually considering getting back into it, though, I don't know why, but oh well. Anyway, my point is, Cardfight Vanguard to me is the best put-together Vanguard game that there is, card game that there is, because it seems like there's not one deck that has all the power cards, you know what I mean? Every deck has an effect that it's just like, wow, that is amazing. And that's what I love. If they don't, excuse me again, there is not one deck that says, okay, you gotta play this deck in order to measure up. Any deck can be the best deck. That's what I love about this game. I don't know how many times I've said that phrase on this channel. Any deck can be the best deck in the hands of the right player. Now, keep in mind, 5 of these things are nitpicky things, and I apologize for that, but this is the 5 things that I could come up with, because someone said someone suggested to me that I should do a video like this, and it took me a while to think of these 5 things, because it really is hard for me to think of things that I would change about this game, because I really, really love Vanguard. So we'll just go ahead and get into this, and I'll try and elaborate, and keep in mind these may seem nitpicky. Number 1, the sets do not go in order. Guys, when I started playing Vanguard, I remember the 2 trial decks being out, and then we had set 1 and 2 in our locals. And then the next thing I know, set 6 was in, and I'm like, set 6? Wait a minute, where's 3? Where's 4? And where's 5? But we get set 6. If you didn't want, and I understand why they did it, because it's okay. Set 1 and 2 had Royal Paladin, Kagero, Oracle Think Tank, the starting clans. And then we get set 6, that's Gold Paladin. Well, that's Season 2, And then set 3 was your Pale Moon Dark Irregulars, and you had more Oracle Think Tank. And then set 4 was your Shadow Paladins mainly. If they were going to mix the clans, if they had, like, everything drawn out, like, okay, this set is the Shadow Paladin set, which was set 4, and then this was this, and this was that. You should have just put it in the order that you wanted the clans to be released, because it was really confusing, and it still is at times, and we're getting set 11 in America before set 10, even though Japan got set 10 first. Which I still don't like that, but I understand. It's because, Jaden, they didn't want to see another Dragonic Descendant format because he's too broke. But you know what? Get over it. Every deck has a broken card, and there's gonna be more eventually. Just give him his time. When the End first came out, he was insanely popular. It's gonna be the same thing with Descendant. Anytime any new thing comes out that's gonna be powerful, of course it's gonna run amok. It's going to run amok when he comes out here. So you may as well have gotten ahead and got it out there. Maybe they just wanted to have the Kagero and Aqua Force break rides, and I think there's the Tachikaze and another one in set 11 just to make the playground more even, but it's still going to be insanely popular. So I don't see the point. That's just me. I wish the sets would go in order. Number 2, the anime doesn't air here in the US. Okay, guys, I have watched a lot of YouTube videos. I've watched a lot of footage that other channels have done, and it seems like Vanguard is insanely popular here in the country of the United States, just as much as Yu-Gi-Oh! And to me, it looks like it's starting to take Yu-Gi-Oh! Over a little bit. But and the reason I say that is, if it's so insanely popular here, what makes you think the TV show wouldn't be? When you wanted to promote the Pokemon games, the cartoon did nothing but promote it. And then when you wanted to promote the Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards that you were coming out with, when the show came out here in America, it skyrocketed. So why wouldn't you do the same? And, you need to do it now, when the 3rd season is still in production. You could air the 1st season right now and draw in some people who haven't maybe haven't even heard of the game, you can pull them in, and while they're watching Season 2, everyone like me can be finishing up on Season 3, and then you can just, like, maybe take a break for 3 or 4 months, you know, and while everyone else catches up, and then we'd all be on the same playing ground, you know, so I really wish it would air in the US, and I realized I did a video that the Vanguard Wikia and some site was doing this online petition to get Vanguard aired in the US, and I know online petitions very rarely work out, but you know what? It's something. You know, maybe, just maybe, it would be great. It would be the thing that got it on here. I don't care what they have to do. I don't care what channel you put it on. Just put Vanguard on US television. It will get ratings. It will be watched. Trust me. And at the very least, maybe put it on Toonami at midnight, for crying out loud. Do something, or put videos of it out, like, in English. You know, I don't mind watching Season 3 and reading subtitles, you know, but I prefer it to be in English because, believe it or not, I'm English, and that's the language I speak, and I hate watching shows that I have to read everything, but I'm willing to do that for Season 3 in 30-minute increments, you know, but I wish they would give us, like, Season 1, now that Season 1 ended a long time ago, on DVD in English. I really wish that would be a thing. If you know that you can get Season 1 or 2 in English, with English voices, and you know a website out there, please in the comment section below say, here's a link where you can buy it. And if you do, you'll be my new best friend. So if you do know that, please, if you know a site that sells that in the Season 1 or 2 in English, please let me know. The third thing I hate about Vanguard is getting double triggered off of no guard. Guys, this is something every Vanguard player hates. You're at 3 damage, your opponent's attacking, and you say no guard, crit, crit. And you don't see one heal trigger. Guys, everybody hates this about Vanguard. It's called getting luck sacked. It just happens. It's happened to me. It's happened to you. It's happened to your best friend. It's happened to other people. It's just a thing, but it doesn't change the fact that I hate it. Number 4. Sometimes cards seem to come out at the wrong time. I'm going to elaborate on that a little bit more in another video. If I don't do it tonight, I'll do it tomorrow. But it seems like to me some cards that when they come out at the wrong time. And by that, I mean they either come out, A, way before they're going to be useful, which that's okay to an extent, or, which is even worse, they come out when it's pretty much, they're not going to get a chance because there's better things out there. You know, and I can think of about 2 or 3 cards off the top of my head that have come out. It's like, you know, you should have came out with this card maybe 2 sets ago and it would have been insanely popular, but now it's just, yeah. But you know, that you know, to me is a big one. I'm going to do another video and elaborate on that a little bit, and I'll name a couple of those cards. And number 5, at least here at least it seems like this to me. It seems like there's a huge gap between qualifiers. I wish it was more like, this is the one thing that you'll hear me say that I wish Vanguard was more like Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Has regionals all the time, everywhere. I wish Vanguard was more like that you saw more qualifiers, because we haven't had a qualifier in forever, and when I did my first qualifier, I was still I knew not even a third of what I know now, and, you know, I think I would do a lot better in a qualifier, because I didn't qualify at my first qualifier. I did absolutely terrible. I was still a young player. I was nowhere near the player I am today. I didn't have the knowledge. I didn't have the strategical mind. I just wasn't as good as I am now. And I just wish that another qualifier would come around soon. So anyway, guys, these are the 5 things, you know, and it took me a while to think of them. I'll just kind of say them one more time. Sets don't go in order. 2, the anime hasn't come out in the US. 3, getting double triggered off no guard. 4, sometimes cards seem to come out at the wrong time. And 5, huge gaps between regional and qualifiers. So, these are my 5 things. You know, in the comment section below, feel free to tell me something you hate about Vanguard. Something that it might be nitpicky, but it's just that one thing that even though you don't like it, it doesn't change the fact that you just love the game. So, in the comment section below, please feel free to share anything you'd like to with me there. And as far as that's it for this video. So, thanks for watching, comment, subscribe, thumbs up the video, and I'll see y'all later.